In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Today I'm probably going to say something that offends you. Today I'm probably going to say something that hurts your feelings. You're probably going to try to fight me on it. You're probably going to disagree with most of what I got to say. Here is the disclaimer. You can go ahead and find you a channel. You know, they got channels about magic tricks, channels about cars, channels about dogs, channels about history and animation. You know, go find you something safe to do. Because today this is not a safe place. Today this is not the place to be rocked to sleep, coddled, kissed, and tucked in. We have to be honest about the state that we're in, and we have to be honest about what y'all are doing wrong and why you continue to complain about the state of the music industry when you know exactly what you need to do, but maybe you need somebody to tell you. Welcome to the Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today songwriters are broke. Most songwriters are broke, and even the songwriters that are doing well are not doing as well as they're supposed to be doing. And we're going to tell you exactly why they're broke and why you need to stop placing the blame on the label and the people that you work with and stop crying and doing all of that. Because me personally, I am a firm believer of whenever something goes wrong or whenever something is not going right, look at yourself first. Look in the mirror. Take accountability for what is going on in your life and in your business. First and foremost, we know that most rappers are broke, and the only person broker than a rapper is the songwriter. Point blank, period. Songwriters usually only get paid from their publishing. Most songwriters, if you're working at a major, they don't even pay you to write the songs. You're not demanding no fees. Y'all aren't demanding people pay or whatever. You standing around complaining about where you're at instead of putting your foot down and getting up off your knees. And the reason that a lot of songwriters, most songwriters are broke, gonna stay broke, and never gonna get out of being broke is because, one, y'all don't know how to stand up for yourself. You don't know how to stand up and walk away from what an opportunity is, because they're not opportunities. If you have a grandmother who doesn't have a TikTok account, right? And I'm saying your grandma doesn't have a TikTok account, meaning that she's old like a grandma should be. You've probably heard your grandmother say something like, you teach people how to treat you. Maybe your mother has told you, you teach people how to treat you. That's not exclusive to relationships. You need to understand that no rapper, no singer, no label, no manager, nobody cares about you. We are the first people they call, and we are the last people to get paid. Point blank, period. You're not going to be respected. They don't value you, and they don't value you because we have people out here who are willing to work for less than free. You think by declining somebody who don't want to pay you, maybe let's just say, you can charge a demo fee. I charge demo fees. No demo fee, no work. Because you're not going to waste my time. Point blank, period. And if you don't want to respect me and you don't want to pay the demo fee, because it's different for every person that you work with. It's different for every situation. You might have an established relationship, or you might have to know how to take that chance. But we'll talk about taking the chances and knowing what to do for free and what not to do for free in a few minutes. But if you come to me and you say, oh, I like what you've done, because as a songwriter, we usually have established portfolios and we can show our work, and we can show where we've been, and we can show what we've done. But a lot of y'all decide to work for free. And instead of being like, I can't do that, and walking away from the opportunity, right? Because most of the time it's not an opportunity. They're mistreating you because they saw they can get away with it the first time. You're not getting paid because you allow people to milk you while you're struggling, living in an apartment with 2 or 4 or 5 other people, living in these cities that you can't afford to live in, not getting paid for your work, but having the dignity of having your name stamped beside somebody who didn't even advocate for you to get paid. No. Stand up and demand something. And I'm going to be honest with you. What good is it having your name sit beside somebody else's name? It's probably somebody you admire, or somebody you always wanted to work with, or somebody you was forced to work with who has more notoriety than you. What good is having your name beside them if they got paid and all you got was vanity? Explain it to me. Explain to me how you can complain about participating in a system where you know that's how that system goes, and instead of turning yourself up, because see, y'all continue to do the same stuff. You continue to put yourself in a situation where you're writing the music, you're doing everything, you putting stuff together, you doing this, you running like around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you don't even take that and turn yourself up. You don't even take that and say, you know what, I made some mistakes, because I personally made mistakes. There was once, I had an old video on this channel where I talked about how I didn't read the paperwork thoroughly. And y'all know I'm the paperwork person. I didn't read the paperwork thoroughly, and it slipped that I wasn't getting master. I didn't get any credit for the master. And it wasn't just me who didn't get credit on the master. It was everybody else aside from like one person. The person who handed me this paperwork, because I was getting fed so many different pieces of paperwork at one time that I just thought that the first paperwork was like all of them, just copy and paste. And that's the mistake I made. And you know what I told myself after I made that mistake? That I was never going to make that mistake again. Ever. Because I know how that feels. It make you feel terrible on the inside to see your song go off. It's all over TV. It's all on the series. It's all over this. It's doing that. And you're not even getting properly compensated for your work because you didn't do your personal due diligence. I have been there. I've been there one time, and I'm never going back to that. And you need to stand up, grow a spine, stand up, because it's not going to be the last opportunity you get. You know, one of the things that I like to do, if I feel like a song don't fit me, I'll give it away to somebody. I'll give the song away, and we'll do the paperwork on the back end where I can get most of, you know, however we decide we're going to split it. 70-30. It might be that way. It would depend on who it is and what it is. That's one way that you can do it. You're being lied to. You're being lied to, thinking that you're going to be more respected and you're going to have more reverence or something for you because you crawl on your knees and you just keep working and keep working and keep working. And they'll just be like, I'm going to get you later. You know I got you. You should be happy to be here with me. You should be honored to be in this room with me. You should be whatever. You know, people constantly feeding you these lies. That's bullshit. I'm telling you it's bullshit. You want to know why I'm telling you it's bullshit? Because you ain't never heard me complain about a fucking dollar. Never. You want to know why I'm not complaining? Because I know my fucking worth. And you need to know your fucking worth. Point blank, period. I don't care if it's your first day or if this is your 10th year or your 30th year or your 20th year. You're supposed to always be elevating in progress. You're supposed to always be taking it up there. You being the person that walks in the room, everybody is on their feet, on their toes, and you be the person that go in there crawling on your knees like, oh man, please just a crumb of something, a crumb of publishing. Please, I wish I had a cup. A crumb of publishing, please just give me a crumb of the publishing. Meanwhile, everybody's sitting at the table looking at you, walking around the table, crawling around the table on your knees. And then you're finally like, you still crawling. You won't even get up off your feet. You're crawling around the table. Everybody's eating, feasting, buffet style on the table. The graphic designer's eating. Engineers eating. Producers eating. The studio's eating. The label is eating. The managers eating. Promoters eating. Venues eating. You're steady crawling around. Please, sticking your head between people. Please, can I get a crumb of publishing? Please, something, please. And then here comes somebody else who's willing to do less than you are, but they don't come in the room crawling. They come in the room doing the worm. They on the floor like this. Just all over the floor. They don't even ask for nothing. Because all these songs are like lottery tickets. You know, this song might be the pick 3. This song might be the Powerball. That song might be the Mega Millions. Some songs might be scratch-off tickets. You never really know. And we do this because we love this, but you end up hating what you do and crying and complaining because nobody respects crying, complaining, cowards, people who don't stand up for themselves, people who don't know their worth, and people who allow themselves to be used. Nobody likes you, nobody respects you, nobody wants to be around you, and nobody want to hear it. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't want to hear it. The label don't want to hear it. Nobody want to hear it. Because you participate, you participate in that willfully. You allow people to use you and fuck you over willfully. You don't have to do that. You can do your own thing. You don't have to crawl on your knees or crawl on your belly. And them people that's crawling on their belly, they not going to complain because they got the same mindset as you. Is if I crawl one day, I'm going to walk. If I walk, one day I can skip. If I skip, one day I can play hopscotch down the street. If I do that, then I might be able to jog. If I jog, then one day I'm going to run. And if I run, one day I'm going to fly. But the problem is, if you walk through the door crawling and not knowing how to turn yourself up, how to elevate what you're doing, how to do whatever you're doing, you're going to be crawling forever. I'm here to tell you the truth. It's not respectable. It look bad. Y'all got us out here looking crazy. We're already not getting what we're supposed to be getting because y'all continue to participate and not make the demand. And then those other people, the people that we got to compete with is the people who will come in and do it for free. But it's like, that's why you need to detach yourself and detach your internal value doesn't need to be attached to no record label. If I never get to work with Beyonce, I don't give a fuck. I'm just being honest with you. That don't matter to me because what I've built for myself, I value more than standing beside somebody with empty pockets. I'm just being honest. I don't have to do anything. You want to know why? Because I have a life to live and I have a certain quality of life I want to live. And if you can't provide me with what I need to get there, then I can go ahead and decline that because I don't need it. My likeness is not for sale. You can't pay me to disrespect people for no reason. You can't pay me to say nothing crazy. I'm not putting on no blonde wigs. No, you can't pay me to do certain things. Just like you can't not pay me and expect me to think something is gonna come from that. It's you. It's y'all are the problem. You're not getting what you want because you haven't put the boundaries up. You haven't set the template. You haven't set the boundary. Because how long are we going to keep running in circles and complaining about the same stuff? How long are we going to continue to allow the same stuff to happen instead of taking accountability for, you know what, I put myself in this position. Today I'm not going to put myself in this position. Y'all don't want to do that because you think that you're going to beg your oppressor. You're going to beg the label to do right by you. The label can't even do right by the people they kicking crumbs to. So the people that they kicking in the back, you know they're not going to do right by us. We need to do right by each other. Stop backbiting and stop when you see somebody standing up for something. Stop being the person who, if somebody is getting pissed on and they put the umbrella up, you're like, oh no, and you open your mouth and let them piss in your mouth. Stop being that person. When we have those kind of people, stop working with them people. Stop bringing them people around. Stop being around them. Stop being scared. Like, y'all are scared. Y'all are pussy. Stop being pussy. Please. Stop being pussy. Because being pussy when we got too many pussies out here, everybody start getting fucked on. When you got people who is willing to slither instead of walk on their knees, and you shouldn't be on your knees, no way, you should be on your feet. When we got them people in the ecosystem, they devalue all of us. They're soft targets and they make it worse for all of us because there'll be somebody who's crawling on their belly not getting anything but name recognition. Nobody knows who they are. Nobody cares who they are. The label gonna use them and use them and use them for hits and hits and hits, and they're gonna be, they would have been better off going and working at a Waffle House or something. Like, I'm not even being hyperbolic about that. Nigga, you probably better off working at Wendy's a lot of times compared to what a lot of these people would take or the money that they make. They write a song that go off and make millions. And what did they get from it? 25,000. You got a song that made 10 million and all you got was 25 racks. And that person, they don't want to stand up on their feet because that's somebody that might have crawled on their belly, and they'll keep churning out to whatever. And then you come into the label and you finally get off your knees one day, knees fucked up. You got on knee pads. You can't even wear pants. You got on shorts. And you're like, hey, I need to get paid. Hey, can the artist give me some of their budget? And they'll be like, oh no, this person over here wrote this fucking diamond song over here. This person wrote a hit record. This person has 5 hit records and they only took $250. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, so it's just like, that's one problem. And since I'm already here, I'm going to say this. A lot of y'all motherfuckers are willing to take the lowest of the low or actually not get paid and not take nothing. It's because you're fighting with other songwriters. You want to look good on paper to other people, but you're broke as fuck. You want to stunt and you want to flex. You can't stunt and flex on niggas that's getting paid. You can't stunt and flex on niggas that actually know their value and actually have something going on. Because what good, again, like I said in the beginning, what good is vanity? You got all of this going, you did all of this, and you broke as fuck. You standing beside this person, and you did this, and you did that. And they got 2 fucking nickels to make a dime. Y'all are willing to take less so you can flex on somebody else. Instead of just being like, no, the paperwork ain't right, the deal ain't right, this ain't right or whatever, but you want to flex and shit on other motherfuckers where you at or in your social circle or whatever. You want to flex on niggas like, yeah, I was able to do this. I was able to fuck with this person and do XYZ. Niggas is flexing $0. Niggas is flexing a weekend warrior bonus from McDonald's or Amazon warehouse because other people might not have been ingratiated with those people yet. Niggas is really taking opportunities and not taking nothing. Literally crawling and drinking piss just so they can say they did it. You see how fucked up this songwriting shit is? We already not getting what we supposed to get. We already don't get anything for the most part if you one of them ones who decided that you was gonna be, let somebody bust all up your back for no compensation. But y'all are not even doing this shit for the right reasons. Niggas is taking, literally, I could dig in my couch or the money that my girlfriend would find in my laundry. They're taking that amount of money for huge projects and huge things just to say they did something. And like I said, there's times where you got to see the bigger picture in everything that you do. But if everything that you do is for free, you're the problem. It's not the label. It's not the artist. It's not nobody else's problem but you. You are the problem. It's you. Because you shouldn't be doing everything for free. Everything shouldn't be, well, you just keep grinding and keep your head down and one day, that's very nice and that's very cute for like a movie or a teenage romance novel. But keeping your head down when you being mistreated is not no way to live. And we're going to stay broke and we're going to stay on the bottom until y'all get y'all shit together and stop backbiting. We need to stop We need to stop backbiting each other. We need to stop trying to flex on each other. And when shit goes awry, we need to say, you know what? We're standing up. Fuck this bullshit. We're not doing this. Fuck that. We're not writing for Atlantic. We're not writing for Universal. We're not writing for WMG. We're not writing for nobody else. We're not fucking with none of these labels. You're not going to pay me. You're not going to hire me and shelf me. You're not going to hire me and give all my best songs to somebody else because of image. We have image problems too. So motherfuckers don't even want to come out and be on camera, and that's something else. I'm not going there today. Stop letting these fucking people take our shit from us and give our shit away. I vowed after that motherfucker snaked me on that paperwork, how about I don't give nobody no motherfucking songs no more? How about that? I'll do that. I'll fuck with products over people. Shit like that. You gotta know what to do and what will work best for you. Because the only thing that's gonna happen if you continue to work for free and you continue to allow people to use you is you are gonna be bitter. Nobody else is going to be bitter. Nobody else is going to be upset. You're going to be up here crying, making reels and all these other things that weirdos do, doing all these real crazy things and having outbursts and crying and doing all of this stuff because you allowed yourself to be used for so long. You allowed yourself to be beat up. You allowed them to take your best songs. You allowed them to give their songs to somebody because they didn't like the way you look or something like that. Give your hit songs away and don't pay you. So say we'll got you over that. Spell your name wrong in the credits. Don't put your name in the credits at all. Don't mention you at all. Oh, she. They don't even bring you up. I was gonna say, oh, she's a good part of the team. She's an essential leg of the table. They don't even mention you as a leg. You're a leg and they wrap somebody else around you. Or you doing all the work and somebody else getting all the credit. And then they getting all the credit and you ain't even getting it. We in bad shape. But you are the problem. You are the problem. Stand up. Stand up. You need to do that. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Because it's not going to work out no other way, man. This is the dark side of songwriting. We here. Like, I made this channel. This channel was founded on getting the truth out. I'm not manicuring it. I'm not saying it in a professional way. I don't give a fuck who feel like they're going to take what from me. If they never want to work for me again, I don't need you. Let welfare feed you, fuck nigga. Point blank, period. Because lying is how we got into this situation in the first place. Lying is why we're broke. Lying is why we're here. This is the dark side of songwriting.